Hello, all North Node signs. Welcome to your 2025 reading. So, we're taking it back to the original spread that I started my North Node readings with. Um, so, if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you are returning or have moved over from Feminist Alchemist here to North Node Alchemy, welcome back. And so, let me run you through the spread that we will be doing for each sign, each North Node sign, 2025. So we have the universal energies coming in the four corners. These are the big overarching energetic themes, vibrational themes running through your year. Then we will consult the 5D, your 5D self, your higher self, what messages and guidance that version of you has for this version of you that's watching. Where do they feel you should focus your attentions for your growth and expansion? Then we will move to the 3D. What type of situations will come up in your physical reality in order to bring about those critical lessons and moments of growth and expansion? Then we will take some clarifiers and advice on how to deal with these 3D physical reality situations. The next rung of cards, I will take one in each corner to represent each quarter of the year. So when I do this spread, this particular placement of the cards changes in theme. So for this 2025 yearly reading, it will represent what expansive soul lessons you have coming in each particular season, quarter of the year. And finally, we'll take your final oracles, and that will be it. So do keep in mind that these are general readings, so not everything will resonate with you. So take what does and leave the rest for whoever else needs to hear that message at this time. Do subscribe to the channel. It does help me connect better to your energy. And it signals to your guides and my guides that you are open to receive messages through this particular channel. So with that, I will move on to each of your North Node placements. See you there. Hello, Cancer, North Node. Welcome to your 2025 general reading. While I was shuffling your cards, pre-shuffling, I got a lot around feeling not ready for the next steps, doubting abilities, having memories of being underestimated, for example. That's basically what came up. So, but I don't, let's see where the energies go throughout the reading. I will get your universal energies first. I'm going to use 2 decks to get these high vibrational overarching energies for your 2025. I don't want that many cards. You want that one. Okay, interesting. That is a card I've never seen before, but I don't use this. The second deck that I'm using, I don't use it very often, or not up to now have I used it very often, I should say. So first we have, let me just double check everything so I don't want to tell anything wrong. Yep, card 21 is connections. And then I have to check the book for this. Card 43 is Earth Angel. Hope you can see that okay. Very pretty with the green and the pink. Card 41 is Creative. Card 9 is Light Within. Got a lot of 4 and 3 going on here. And then card 30 is Expansion. So your theme for 2025, Cancer North Node, the overarching themes. I feel that you're going to be coming into connection with people who are more nurturing to your natural state of being. I feel like up to now, you may have had some difficulties finding your footing, fitting in, and especially during the time, if you're here and you're trying to you're working on falling into line, becoming aligned with a higher calling, which is an inner calling. Right? You may find that people have been used to you as you are and are not prepared to accompany you further on this journey. So, excuse me for that. You may I sense opportunities for meeting new people and making new connections, business, personal. Whether friendship or romantic, the improving of existing connections or new connections coming in. With Earth Angel and Creativity, I feel you're coming into a greater understanding of yourself, and the energy is allowing you to be more in touch with your deep and I'm hearing innate ability to love. There's a lot of love to give. You have a lot of it. You may have learned through socialization to not give it away so easily, and to be more discerning of people, places, and things. But what I'm feeling here is this energy where the way that your love is to your ability to, excuse me, let me correct my phrasing as I'm hearing it, your deep innate ability to love without expectation will be channeled through in a creative way. So you will have more of an ability in 2025 to infuse that into your your work, into your life, and that will also allow you to connect. You'll be connecting more deeply to the light within, as the card says. You'll really be in step with yourself. And I believe, okay, I'm feeling a lot, but I don't want to get ahead of myself here. The further you're able to go within, so there's artists for sure in this group, and there's people in this group who go deep within to share something that's deep inside of themselves. Whether they do that actually for work or they do it for fun, or just because it feels like that life wouldn't be complete unless they were sharing it, that in 2025 is going to become a more stable part of your life. The energies are supporting that because it's getting into that light within that will be this expansion. You have 21, which if you were to break it down would be 3. You have a 30, which is 3. You have 3 times 3 equaling 9. Then you have a 7 and a 5. which I don't want to discount, but which equals 12, which equals 3. So you have 3, 3, 3, and 9. So there's a great light around your 2025. But this light is protecting you, but it's guiding you into your innermost self because there is something there to be unearthed. To be unearthed. Let's see what your higher self is guiding you towards. I've created a collection of workbooks for each North Node sign. Connect with your soul's desires and take an introspective journey into your North Node astrology. This workbook contains self-reflection exercises, guided meditations, and a curated Spotify playlist to accompany on your journey of alignment. Discover your soul today and download your workbook at feministalchemist.com. Awareness, card number 11. What am I doing with these? I'm taking them. Surrender, card 39. Strength is card 38. Sacral chakra, that's not surprising at all. Card number 2. Attraction, I think they want this one here. Dynamic, card 23. Attraction, card number 9. Anything else? Oh, that wasn't what I expected, but that's great. I do not mind getting things I don't expect. So, what is unfolding here in your reading, Cancer North Node? In awareness, card 11, the energy of awareness supports our capacity to focus our attention on all aspects of a multidimensional world so that we create a reality that we truly choose. I feel that your higher self, 5D self, is pointing you to be aware of your core nature, to be aware of signs and synchronicities, but above all, to be aware of the impulses, inspired impulses that are within you. I'm hearing that you suppress a lot of your natural tendencies, either to fit a schedule of the world that you have, the life that you have created for yourself, or to satisfy what you may consider social norms. Here with the surrender card, the energy of surrender supports us to let go of illusionary control and yield to the flow of love and life. So your 5D self is saying that you have a lot of inner knowing already. Your inner compass is on, but you attempt to control your inner compass or say, no, no, okay, that's fine. I heard you. All right, we'll do it as soon as I get time. Your inner compass is asking you to do something right then because it has a better sense of the bigger picture than you have. So I don't know, what would be an example? Your inner compass tells you not to bother to go to the gym today. Just, do some Pilates at home with a YouTube video or something. And you say, no, I want to be disciplined. Go to the gym. Go to the gym, and I don't know, your favorite machine is out of order, or there's a blackout, or there's a major, weather incident. I mean, not like a tornado or something, but let's just say pouring rain, or uh, so your higher self is saying, you know, you spare yourself some other stresses if you don't push things forward. If you yield to the flow of love and life and be honest with yourself, then things will move more easily. With your connections in particular, I'm getting with this strength card. The frequency of strength supports our ability to harmonize all our qualities and skills toward a strong and balanced way of being. I'm getting that if people don't like you, just let them not like you, because you are in 2025 coming into, and it doesn't matter what age you are, we're constantly learning more about ourselves and embracing more about ourselves. And the strength card is asking you to be, there's a difference in being strong in your sense of self and being stubborn, right? Being strong in your sense of self means that you know you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but that doesn't mean that you're a bad person or that you're not a lovable person. It is important that you maintain a strong center, especially for many of you, especially in the sacral chakra, which, as the card says, supports our ability to flow with our desires. Sorry, I'm really getting a cough today, and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. So, if our sacral chakra is being hijacked, then what we're creating is not of the highest quality, it's not of the best intention. Um, so, for you in particular, Cancer North Node, I feel this need to ground through your sacral chakra. Now, I do have a video on my other YouTube channel, Feminist Alchemist, that I believe was it the Arcturians we were talking to? Yes, probably. The Arcturians were talking about grounding through the sacral chakra. That's an episode of Ascension Messages, so you may want to check that out. And there was another episode on the sacral chakra as well. So at least at the time that I'm recording this, there are 2 episodes of Ascension Messages on Feminist Alchemists that address the sacral chakra and why it's important to ground through it. And why it's important to be to have autonomy over it. So, but there's also a big question of flow here for you, Cancer North Node. Dynamic is here, says supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. And I feel here, this is about, accepting many aspects of yourself. There are many aspects of yourself, but your higher self, future self, would like you to remember that, it's through, you have polarities within yourself, and it's up to you to find the balance in them. And to also know that without the shadowy bits, there's no light either, right? They coexist. And your multidimensional self it includes this dimension. Your creative self includes a mundane self, right? And moving forward through 2025, it's important for you to bring in, to resurrect some old ways of being and bring in some new ways of being. Now you're going to have to pick and choose. That's going to be up to your discernment, and for each one of you will be different which parts of you work in service of your path, purpose, your mission, your heart-centered living and which do not. What's also important is how long you stay in certain states of being. This card, Attraction, says the energy of attraction amplifies the qualities that attract and support us on our journey toward inner balance and harmony. So you have both cards are card 9, Attraction and the Light Within. So what is here is that while you can, it's important, I feel, in your creativity as well to kind of roll with the darkness, to roll with the darkness and the light, to roll with any moods, any negative emotions that come up, because the longer you stay in it, the more force it's putting out into the universe. I feel the self-doubt part that came up in the beginning is significant. And they're showing me like paintings where, you know, the artist has a good, part of the way of showing depth is also how they play with light and shadow. It is one of the dimensions that visual artists work with. And regardless of what it is you're creating, to understand that some of the things that people find the most, let's say, difficult trait, or the trait that you get the most criticized on, may be exactly the ingredient you need to make your work, whatever work it is, meaningful and to have depth and to have dimension to it. And it will be up to you to decide how much you want to sprinkle. Can you see my hand? Yeah, there you go, sprinkling. How much of those traits need to be sprinkled on. Sometimes they may need to be very bold. If you're writing, you may need to be very forceful in your opinion, for example, or in the way you define a character. The commitment card didn't come up, but I'm hearing a commitment to yourself is necessary. And the commitment to yourself means, you know, you are who you are, and you're a growing and expanding individual. And at no point in time will you put out something that is representative of a perfect, you know, perfection is boring. And pretending that you're perfect is inauthentic, because none of us are. So if you're putting out content, artistry, I'm going the wrong way, artistry, if you're creating anything, I feel the point is that there's a uniqueness to you that other people may have painted in a light that does not do justice to the importance of that characteristic in what you came here to do. Let me see what's coming out in your 3D reality. I don't want to put that card up there because it's so negative, but I'm going to show it to you at the end of this round here. So, we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is coming in. I feel like you are going to be stepping into your own, where at some point you will feel very much like there's nothing else that you can do but to somehow step forward as this ill prepared, not quite prepared to be a queen, not quite prepared to be a priestess. There's a, here it's like there's doubt, but doing it anyway. I feel you're at the point where there's doubt, but you're going to do it anyway. And the Six of Wands is telling me, I'm just, because I had put it over here, I'm wondering if it needs to go over here, that that's not where I would put it if I was naturally putting down cards. I'm going to keep it here. Things are going to mean the same thing regardless. But I'm going to keep it here. So the Six of Wands is saying that there's going to be success that you're not prepared for mentally. Hope you're being advised to physically prepare for it, make room for it, get rid of stuff, update your resume, take care of your physical appearance because you may be photographed, take some, practice some public speaking or get over a fear of speaking in front of people. Read some articles on it. Just prepare yourself to be you. I feel some of you will be preparing yourself to be in the public eye. Others of you are just going to have, may not be in the public eye, but there's certainly a quick movement forward that you weren't necessarily expecting. With the King of Cups in reverse, I feel you may feel easily thrown off kilter because these successes, these movements forward will put you in environments where you've never been before. You may also just not be used to being valued or recognized in that way. And you, on the flip side, may also not be used to, with one that is valued and recognized, there always comes people who want to cut you down to size, and hence why you will get an Ace of Swords where you can use discernment to disconnect yourself from anybody or anything that is attempting to slow down this progress. Now, I'm also getting that it will require a new mindset on your part. And that's why I said these cards are kind of interchangeable. I feel like I could have left them anywhere in those two positions, but I feel your new mindset is one where you are just very aware that people will not like you for reasons that have really nothing to do with you. In this case, right? In this case that we're talking about, for sure, there's other cases in life, but in this case that we're talking about, it's simply your access to your light irritating them, and they need that. So just let it be that. At the bottom of the deck, you do have the Nine of Swords, which I don't want to put at the top here because I don't want its energy to be perpetuated. But this is a warning to you that when those daggers come for you, jealous eyes, gossiping mouths, trolling comments on the internet, whatever it is that comes for you to try to cut you down, that you don't take it on energetically. you don't think about it too much. So you will definitely, if this is resonating with you, you will definitely need a practice where you can clear your mind, where you empty your mind regularly of anybody and anything that is causing you distress or causing you to question yourself, because your vibration is very important in 2025. Let's see what advice there is. If you're wondering how you can work with the North Node in your life, check out my free tip sheet for living in your North Node. It helps you move with conscious awareness and offers practical steps for integrating the North Node in your life. This 2-page download gives you a summary of your North Node sign and a chart of key actions that you can take. Download your free tip sheet today at feministalchemist.com. On the High Priestess, you have Temperance, who's been showing up a lot today. But don't worry, remember, we also said that there's going to be a lot of good connections coming out of it. So I feel that this success that's coming to you will reveal to you who is truly supportive of your progress and who is just trying to latch on and who's jealous and doesn't really want to see you succeed because of wherever they are in their life. So messages for Cancer North Node, advice for Cancer North Node, please. 6 of Wands. You got the 6 of Wands on the 6 of Wands. Oh, I like it for you, Cancer North Node. 8 of Swords. I'm a Cancer North Node, so haha, we're having a good year. And I do my best to separate, myself out of it. But these messages are for me as well. We are in this one together. And then you got the 4 of Swords. And this one, I do believe they want me to put up top because it's the sun. Where are we putting it? Here. Excellent. So your advice for the High Priestess is temperance. Yes, I feel here your best friends are your spirit guides, your guides, your secret weapon is the balance that you achieve by keeping a spiritual practice that is meaningful to you. Take the word spiritual as it resonates for you, right? But tending to your peace, tending to your peace and tending to your connection with your higher self. If you don't have any other belief beyond your higher self or the intuitive part of yourself, that's fine. But whatever you feel is a divine energy, or vibration that guides you, that is non-physical, right? This connection, surrendering to the flow of life, surrendering, opening yourself to the support of angels, ancestors, spirit guides, whoever and whichever has unconditional love available to you. That's where you go. Listen, your advice for the 6 of Wands is the 6 of Wands. It's like, get on the horse and take your walk of success, right? Walk into success fully, knowing that you have worked for it, that you are worthy of it, that it is your time to enjoy it. Yeah, that's it. It's like, yeah, what's your advice for success? Yeah, be successful. That is the advice for your success. Okay, they do have another thing. Yeah, be clear that you are ready. Be self assured that you are ready. That you are not perfect now. You will never be perfect, and there will never be a perfect time. You will never be more ready. You are ready now. So just be ready. Because as soon as you say you're ready, you will be. That's all. Um, and then we have the Eight of Swords, clarifying, or as your advice for the King of Cups in reverse. Some of this anguish that you have and feeling discombobulated, feeling confused, feeling overwhelmed, feeling unclear, a lot of it is from you. And even if there are people talking their talk, trying to dethrone you, trying to slow down your success, understand that they're only successful at that when you allow yourself to focus on it. And so with the Eight of Swords here, you're just being reminded that you're not to dim your light to make other people feel better, or to dumb down your successes to make other people feel better about where they are on their journey. You are to jump fully into with the success and the fulfillment that is being offered to you. Because as this card with the Earth Angel is here, you are meant for it. It is awaiting you. And it has been waiting for you. And it's just waiting for you to say, sure, I'll take it now. Right? And all that comes with it, which may be the part that you're feeling you're not prepared for. But no one is, because we can't anticipate every consequence of our action. We could only be reasonably prepared. But they just gave me the weirdest example, but I'll tell you the example. The example is, if you live in a tropical country and you think it would be so nice to see winter and to see snow, if you've never been in like minus 25-degree weather, you can bring as many socks as you want. You can have all the plans to go tobogganing, to, I don't know if they say tobogganing in the States, we say tobogganing in Canada, to go to, the ice palace and winter fairs and do all these things, but you won't know how well you can endure minus 25-degree weather until you are in minus 25-degree weather. It's all theoretical until you get there, right? And that's very much so the same here. You are not going to become the full version of yourself until you say, I'm ready to be that. And you will not know how people will react to this evolved, expanded version of yourself until you become that. But so we cannot slow down or stop becoming that. And then we have your advice for the Ace of Swords is the Four of Swords in reverse. Okay, you're being asked not to sit on your laurels for anybody or anything. There is a bit of stubbornness attached to this, in that I'm hearing protect your peace. You are to protect your peace at almost all costs, right? Because your mindset is very important in 2025. When I say protect your peace, it means be vigilant and decisive about whose opinion you allow to influence you, especially in terms of influencing your vibration, your mood, and your creative decisions. Let's see what your expansion is going to look like over the next year. We'll go quarter by quarter. So January, February, March, we have, well, this card is set. It's called Death in this deck, but 0 is the Fool card. And April, May, June, we have the Six of Lotuses, which is Six of Cups. Third quarter, we have card number 7, the Spirit Plane. And then the last quarter of the year, we have last quarter of the year for Cancer North Node. October, November, December. Okay, we got a few that came out. We got a lot that came out. I don't know if I want all of them, but I'll keep, since they all fell out, I'm going to keep them to speak about. We have the Dreamer and the Four of Trees. I'm going to keep them all. The Elementalist and the Shapeshifter. So a lot going on at the end of your year, at the end of 2025. Let's start at the beginning. So the Fool card here, the Death card, is a lot of endings, a new beginning, a lot of newness in the first 3 months of the year, and you're being asked to just go with the flow of what changes and shifts in the first 3 months of the year. That will be the most important element of your expansive and alignment journey in the first quarter of the year. Second quarter, which is April, May, June, you have the Six of Lotuses. There will be a return to some childhood sweetness, to some childhood memories. You may access your inner child for creative impulse. There's also quite a bit of healing that may happen around there. But certainly there's healing of the self-ideal and there's healing of the self-judgment in that time, and coming to a balance between your childlike self, and mind you, I didn't say childish, childlike, so your childlike self and your adult self. So there's the energy of self-parenting in the second quarter for ultimately for healing and for integration of different parts of yourself that have kind of been operating separately for some time. Then we have card 7, which would be the Chariot in the traditional tarot, and this is the Spirit Plane. That's July, August, September, the third quarter of the year. There's a lot going on there. I feel there's going to be a lot. The gifts that you have by then will be cracked open. You'll be living in multiple realities. I feel your creativity will be super open and getting a lot of inspiration from different beings, different societies, different cultures. There will be a lot of divine inspiration and intuition awakening or at your fingertips in the third quarter of the year. In the final quarter of the year, I also believe that there's going to be a lot more gifts delivered to you. So I feel the first half of the year is a healing, preparatory, and then it's like boom, the closet has been cleaned out. This person is ready. Our person is ready. Now let's give them all the stuff. Now let's furnish the apartment, right? The apartment's been built. Now let's furnish it. The closet's been cleaned out. Let's put in a new wardrobe. Old ideas have been cleaned out. Let's give them new inspiration and new vitality. second half of the year, because then at the fourth quarter of the year, October, November, December, you have all of these cards where, number one, I feel you're going to have a lot more connections by then. You're going to attract a lot more connections in your life. These two go together, the dreamer and the elementalist. These cards fit together to form pictures. But Four of Trees, the dreamer, the elementalist, and the shapeshifter. Ooh, now this could be a lot of you coming together to start a project at the end of the year. But I feel that this is like a collection of gifts that you will be taking inventory of and deciding on next steps of how to use it. Because the Four of Trees, you're not necessarily building anything just yet. You're just taking stock. I think because there's going to be so much in this period of July, August, September, there's going to be so much that the end of the year, you're just going to be taking stock of everything that just conspired. And perhaps putting some labels on yourself or packaging your gifts in ways that build the life that you want to build the next year. But this expansion that you're experiencing will make room for the dreamer, the elementalist, the shapeshifter. And your practical way of dealing with it will be like, what just happened? What do I do with all of this? Yes. Let's get some final oracles for you. We have the Ruby Star Flow, card number 5. I embody my authentic and sensual essence. No, there's something else. What else for Cancer North Node, please? Here we go. We got one. The Moonstone Star, Passion. I am entering a portal of euphoric love. And the last, there's 2 more. There's this one. I'll leave there. And there's one more. One more. This one. The Winged Messenger Creation, spiritual direction inspires my creative flow. And then this last one, the Visionary, awake with an intuitive perspective. I see the bigger picture. So yeah, this is a year of you really I just see you here. You're embodying your essence and your authenticity. You are just living in love and guarding your peace and creating from visions, that becoming the visionary that you're meant to be, and allowing that creativity to flow through you unapologetically. So that is your reading for 2025 Cancer North Node. I hope you enjoyed. Do check out the resources in the description box, the North Node resources. I hope that I can help you further on your journey. And I'll see you in the next reading. Until then, take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye for now.